Welcome back to the college football week 12 locks, and let's get into it with a recap of last week. We had a 2-5 day, so we got cooked on a few of the locks. Let's go over it. Arkansas covered for us easily against LSU. They dominated that game in terms of the defensive side. Alabama is not able to get it done by enough points to cover against Ole Miss. Baylor just absolutely did not play great against Kansas State, a Kansas State team that I think has been playing very well down the stretch here. Texas Tech got it done at home against Kansas. Mississippi State was not able to stay within 20 against Georgia. Texas was really bad in a really interesting game at home. We thought that they would win by at least a touchdown. They end up losing outright, so we got our value there. Wake Forest, same story, losing outright to UNC as the favorite at home. Wake Forest is selling, quite frankly. So let's get into this week. We have 6 locks, 2 of which are in the same game. So we're taking a similar note as last week. We'll see if they can turn it around. In Baylor at home against the TCU team coming off a big win. Same exact circumstances last year. Let's see if Baylor can turn it around finally. I think this is a trap game for TCU. Obviously, there was a lot of hype around that Texas game. TCU showed that they're a very good team, but we'll see if this is a trap spot for Baylor in this other rivalry game for TCU here. Then Coastal Carolina on the road at Virginia. This line could stretch out a bit. It seems like the public likes Virginia here. I don't. I've been down on Virginia this year. We're 1-0 on picking for Coastal Carolina this season. We're 1-0 picking against Virginia. So let's put it all together. I think Coastal, as a one-loss Sunbelt team, Sunbelt has traumatized the ACC this year. Let's go with Coastal +4 on the road in Charlottesville. Then we've got 2 locks in this SEC showdown. Ole Miss at Arkansas. We're going to take the Hogs +3.5. Whether they get KJ back, we'll see. Their third string look pretty good in that LSU game, so obviously he will be promoted. So we'll see. This line might stretch out a couple points. We'll see what happens. I think that KJ might play, but we'll have to see. The Arkansas defense stepped up against LSU, and I think Ole Miss is a very similar team to LSU, so I think this will be a similar type of game. Looking at the weather forecast, it's going to be very cold. I think the Arkansas defense will step up. This will be another slog, just like last week, a blueprint of last week, but I do like Arkansas to win outright, but we're going to take the 3.5 points just to be safe against Ole Miss, who also is coming off a disappointing loss to Alabama, but they will not have the home fans on their side this time. So with that, we're taking Hogs +3.5 and the under 59.5 in a defensive slog here. Next, we have a couple of Pac-12 showdowns. We've got USC against UCLA in the crosstown rivalry here, and we're going to take the Trojans -2 on the road. Yes, the sharp action is on UCLA here, coming off an inexplicable loss against Arizona. USC coming off a blowout win against Colorado, but I just think that UCLA is kind of a fraudulent team. Remember that they almost lost to South Alabama at home, and then obviously that loss against Arizona at home. They do not have the best fan attendance for those worst games. This game is going to be sold out, let me tell you that, but UCLA is just not a great team. They're now out of the race for the college football playoff. A lot of things could happen in terms of the Pac-12 championship, so they'll obviously want to win, of course, the rivalry too, but I just think USC is a much better team here. UCLA's defense is not very good. USC's offense, of course, they've got Addison, Caleb Williams, Brendan Rice, etc. They will be without Travis Dye, it appears, but let's take the Trojans -2 on the road in this rivalry game. Then finally, the nightcap, Utah at Oregon. We're going to take Oregon -2.5 on the bounce back against Utah. I think Oregon is the better team here. Despite that loss to Washington, Oregon's offense always has it going. Utah's is a little bit suspect, and I think Oregon's defense will have to step it up after getting embarrassed last week. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and comment your predictions below.